Not Move podcast presents the Ringside Rewind, your weekly Whiplash recap of everything happening on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
Every twist, every pop, every powerbomb, we're breaking it all down.
If it shook the ropes, we've got it. Stream it everywhere you get your podcasts.
What are you doing?
You. All right, y'all. Guess what? We are back on Thursdays. It's your man, UConn, our boy, Robert, Ringside Rewind. And today, y'all, we're doing an AEW recap. Robert, go ahead and introduce him to yourself, my guy.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Roberto Martinez. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know who I am. Not much to say. Just nothing but greatness. NMP all day.
So, you guys, before we get into the AEW aspect, y'all, this is more than just AEW. This is our indie circuit. This is the recap of the recaps that we don't get to on Tuesdays, right? And just so happened this week started off with a banger, but it was even better. Even better. Robert, go ahead and tell them what happened Tuesday.
Well, if you were watching the podcast Tuesday night, you know we predicted something, right? We said Zilla Fatu is going to eventually somehow, some way get to Survivor Series, right? Now, did I see it happening last night? No. But Zilla Fatu in the main event with Grayson Waller, and I can't remember the other dude's name.
Santana.
With Grayson Waller and Santana, Zilla Fatu came through, picked up Santana, hit him with a Samoan drop. He pulled out all the moves, man. He did the Samoan spike. He also did an honor to the Usos with the Uso splash. Man did it all, bro. He came for the title. He's about to take the title. I'm just happy Zilla's here.
Now, what's your whole thought process on the whole Zilla, right? But let me get your little inside scoop on what you think is going to end up partaking over the next few weeks with Zilla.
I think Zilla's going to win the NXT title, and it's going to be quick. He's going to win the title. And then in the next couple of weeks, while things are bulling up with the bloodline, I think eventually they're going to move Zilla Fatu to the main roster. I don't think Zilla Fatu is going to lose the title. See, this is the tricky part. Zilla Fatu is not going to lose the title. This is going to be another Ova situation, right? You remember Ova just put the title down and left? That's what's going to happen. Roman's going to call him up like, yo, let's go. And he's going to put the title down after winning a match and go help Roman join the bloodline. Jacob, Zilla.
Now we're saying that, Robert. You know, we're saying that. Here's my caveat to what you just said, and I want your opinion, sir. Is if he wins it so quick, do we see him with them on Survivor Series with all of them titles in hand?
I mean, that could happen, though. Yo, that would be smart. Because it would also boost up NXT. It would really... I mean, if you look at I saw this viewership from Zilla Fatu's debut. 9 million. 9 million we're talking about. And that's an NXT debut. But it's not just some regular person going into NXT. This is a dominant force right here. Hell, I'll say he's, in my opinion, he might be better than Jacob. He might be better than Jacob. And he's young.
Yep, I can agree with that. I can most definitely agree with that. Now, since we're on that topic of Zilla and what he did to none other than Santana, right? And Grayson Waller. Where does this push Grayson Waller?
I think it's going to be a fatal four-way. I think somehow at their next big event, it's going to be a fatal four-way, man. It's going to be Grayson Waller, Santana, Zilla Fatu, and ain't it Tony D'Angelo, if I'm not mistaken? in a fatal 4-way for the NXT title, and I think that's where Zilla wins in that fatal 4-way. He just absolute dominates them.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I think, this is what's funny, right? Grayson Waller did that hot promo talking about all the NXT people on the roster are lazy and everything, doing all these TikToks and everything, right? So then the GM's like, yo, you know what? I'm going to call him up. He's on the phone with a free agent. We were trying to figure out who the free agent was. And the whole time, the free agent was Zilla Fatu. It's so perfect the way they did.
Yeah, I like how that played out. But that was our big one. As we said, this is for us talking our AEW and indie promotions, and we now have officially seen the close, as we said Tuesday, to Zilla Fatu and his indie run. Now, to the next phase of the talks, right? With the end of the indie run and Zilla Fatu, which is a perfect caveat to MLW, guys. Don't worry, we will get to AEW. That will be the highlight of the show. We will get there at the end, guys. MLW. I don't know if you know much about MLW, Robert, but they have a special guy over there that just came over. We've talked about him and Baron Corbin and what he's done coming back over to WWE. Dominic Dijakovac, if not many people know, used to be a part of Mustafa Ali's little group that they had during COVID. Has been teasing a return to WWE underneath the right circumstances. Karrion Kross has also been teasing on making a return. The likes of Contra, a few Contra members have been talking about doing returns. Can we basically say that this is a rehab area for WWE talent to regain composure?
I agree, but the WWE talent that we're talking about, if they go there, bro, oh my God, that talent, it's going to make it look so much better. I mean, I agree it's going to make them look good too, right? Growing back up. Because eventually their main goal, like Karrion Cross's main goal, is either to get into AEW or WWE. That's his main goal. All right, so this is to build them up, like you said, but it also helps their production. That I can't say the word. Promotion.
Okay.
Promotion.
Now, and how you put that, right? It's I like how you put that, but if that's the aspect in the case that we're looking at, can we say the bag was completely fumbled when it comes to Matt Riddle? Because now he's nowhere to be found.
Mm.
Or do we see more talent push up through the ROW ranks, the reality of wrestling ranks of talent that has actually been in WWE before, but again, are back down learning and regrooming themselves. Perfect example is Kiana Carver, right? Kiana Carver, that's where he came from. It's a reality of wrestling. So is these caveats helping out this talent, or is it hindering them from doing what they do?
When you put it like that, it's hindering them. I mean, I think if you get kicked out of the big brand, right, or if you decide to leave, it's different, right? But if you get like taken out the brand or something, or they try to cut you or something, I think you should just let the younger generation just do their thing at that point. If you're up there in age and they let you go, now there's some cases where it's different, right? Because when WWE, I know this is AEW and everything, but when WWE cut R-Truth, everybody wanted R-Truth back.
Mm-hmm.
That's different, though. That's different. But if you're like, if you know you can't, Like Matt Riddler, he should have been done. And that's no disrespect to him. He's a great wrestler and everything. But Father Time always catches up with you.
Exactly. I agree. Um, let me pull this up here. Well, Robert, why don't you what did he say? That's what I was just getting to. Robert, if you come so kindly can give a shout out to Fantasy Sports Dailies while I pull up
Not Move Podcast presents Ringside
Yes,
Rewind
sir.
every
Hey,
Tuesday
shout
at
out
9
to
p.m.
our
Eastern. Brought to you by
partnership with
FantasyDailies.com. Have the competition on the edge.
you there, Robert.
Can y'all not hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh, I just gave like a whole like 4 minute shout out.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't know what happened. But y'all go check out fantasydailies.com. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out, bro. They got articles that y'all can read on. They got like a fantasy draft thing that you can go check out. It can also help you with your fantasy draft. Um, there's also a thing. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all.
Not
And
Move
so they
Podcast
also have a
presents Ringside
thing where
Rewind.
you can get a year subscription of the value package if you get the top score of the week on I think it's their fantasy, it's the trivia, it's NFL trivia or sports trivia that y'all can go check out. Um, y'all just go check out the site, man. There's a lot on there, a lot of great stuff. Um, there's the Not Move podcast. We have our own
your mic muted on you again.
Not Move Podcast presents Ringside Rewind every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Brought to you by FantasyDailies.com. Have the competition on the edge.
All right, Robert. All right, you back
y'all. I'm
now?
not. No, I wasn't even doing nothing.
No,
I
I
think.
know it.
Yeah, I think JB's trying to play a commercial.
Uh, oh, hold on. He said something. Yeah, it showed you were muted before that, so that's why he threw it up. So like you said, y'all, Fantasy Sports Dailies, go check it out. And when you do, like we said, bro, not moved is on to bigger and better things. We are cruising up the ladder. We are finding the success. So again, y'all, go check it out. Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on the shows, y'all. When y'all tune in and y'all watch us, give us your thoughts. It'll only make us better. So back to what we were talking about when it comes to the indie scene and the likes of MLW, and this is where I really wanted to hit on the main thing from MLW this past week is we see a lot of older talent go down there to retool. We also see a lot of older talent go down there just because they still love what they do. They love putting on a show for people, regardless of where they are. Some of them already have that bank. They do what they do because they love it, right? The Good Brothers are still competing. Um, Joe Coffey is still competing. The one that stands out to me the most that I want your thoughts on these people competing. And one of them specifically competing in her first match in over, I think it was 12 years. This past week in MLW Blood and Thunder on Saturday, we had Shotzi Blackheart versus Lady Frost versus Scarlett Bordeaux. Where do you stand with a lot of these talents that haven't stepped into the ring in so long? Granted, they do what they do because they love it. Do you think we could see a resurgence from some of these, like Joe Coffey or Scarlett Bordeaux or somebody like that coming up?
Why not? Why not? We seen CM Punk do it. He was going for like 10 years. Why not? Why can't they do it? I mean, I just don't see. I mean, if they get the right spark. I mean, if that fire just lights back up, they'll get it. I'm telling you, though. They'll get it, no. Besides Matt Riddler. I don't think he'll get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Now, the one thing, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to look up and bring to you guys is we talk about this, like we've been talking about the spark and what we see in the indie scenes, what we see in ROH, what we see in ROW, MLW, multiple organizations, New Japan, AEW is where a lot of talent goes. So this week there was a few memes put out there, and yeah, they're just memes, but it's something that brings entertainment to us wrestling fans. And the meme had Triple H crying like Michael Jordan, and stating why he lose all his people. Why is he losing all his people? As we do our segue into TNA to talk about TNA, where do you stand where Triple H misused towards the end of their career the likes of the Hardys or Nick Nemeth and his brother Ryan, or even in the misuse of the Uhaa Nation, who made his debut a couple weeks ago, in Apollo Crews going over to TNA?
Well, as far as like Triple H situation, anything after the 2020 year, I can blame him. I don't blame him for. I blame TKO for, and I always stand behind that. But he did misuse the Hardy Boys, and the Hardy Boys are on fire right now. Like, if Triple H would have used them the right way, he probably would have sold a lot more merch like he wants to do. I mean, granted, he's still selling merch. I'll give him that. And a lot more things, man. Like, do you imagine right now the Hardy Boys versus the Usos, or the Hardy Boys? Just say if the New Day was still in there, right? Hardy Boys versus New Day,
right? Or even like we've seen it, and I would have much more preferred it on a more of a WWE scene, is the Hardys versus Ludwig Kaiser, shout out to El Grande, and Fabian Eichner, another one that was lost to TNA and other promotions. Like, when is enough going to be enough? And are we glad that these wrestlers have went on to find more areas to hone their skills and be utilized correctly?
see, that's the thing, and it's not just in wrestling, but that's anywhere, right? Some places aren't for you. Like, the WWE just wasn't for them. Wasn't doing the right writing, wasn't doing the right booking, so they went to TNA. TNA was better for them. AEW was better for them when they chose AEW. Or the wrestlers that come, like Royce Keys, WWE was better for him. He wanted to go to WWE. His contract was up. He didn't want to re-sign with AEW came to WWE. The new other people, a lot of people when CM Punk went from WWE to AEW, and then Cody Rhodes was in AEW. Just
Mhm.
a change of scenery is what you need sometimes. So honestly, I'm not mad at them for going somewhere else. It's best. It's what's best for them. And as far as the storytelling goes, they've always been not that good at WWE with the storytelling sometimes. And after Vince left, it just got a little different. But I think it will eventually get better.
Yeah, that is accurate, and I kind of laughed at an article I seen earlier of what Bischoff said about Vince, but we're gonna leave that one alone. Um, just know the eyes are on you and what you've done. So, as we continue to talk about TNA, and we're gonna talk about their lockdown, their pay-per-view on the 23rd of August. Yes, their storytelling has went down, their writing has went down because lockdown is not what lockdown used to be. If y'all don't know, go look up 2008 TNA Lockdown, arguably the best pay-per-view that I have seen put on by an indie promotion or a promotion not named WWE in decades, right? And one of my favorites to watch. Um, they're starting off the show with none other than indie promotional guru, somebody that travels all over the place and does what he does, and AJ Francis, only because his football career was cut short because he couldn't do it. Um, Against Elijah. If y'all don't know who Elijah is, another talent that was misused by WWE. Get rid of the guitar is all I gotta say. What's your thoughts on that match? Do you think?
I think Elijah's gonna get the win. Uh, it's another like sad one that the WWE just like misused him at. But I think Elijah's definitely gonna get the win. I think it's gonna be a I think it's gonna be a straight up either a 4-star or 5-star match.
All right. The next one, I don't like talking about these guys too much. That they are one of my few that I kind of have a disdain because that man was talented as could be in football. And speaking of football, y'all be on the watch out. NMP football season has started. Um, the main man Moose. Don't know why. Don't know where it came from. It is out of left field. Um, in an escape the cage match against Frankie Kazarian.
Hey, Moose is a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog in the ring.
In the ring, was on the field.
Um, that has the makings for a great match. I just that feud with Frankie came out of left field. Quite frankly, haha, see what I did there? Don't care for that feud. Um, their next match, arguably my favorite thing that they do, no matter what your promotion is, you always do Mustafa Ali dirty. And it's about time he got done dirty in this whatever they call their little brigade now. It's so drawn out and boring. Um, Jason Hotz, one of the people that were with him in Fourth Order, um, got the title this past week on TNA. And on the 23rd, Mustafa Ali is getting his rematch at Lockdown for the TNA International Championship. What's your thoughts on another promotion? Breaking Mustafa Ali up as a leader as a leader of a faction, he's not done a bad job.
I mean, they're fumbling it, though. I mean, if he's
I
not.
can't hear you, Robert. So give me 1 second. I got to come back.
All right. Can anybody hear me? All right. So, anyways, y'all, let me tell y'all about Fantasy Dailies. Fantasy Daily is an amazing app. NMP. Open chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Fantasy Dailies. Oh, right.
Yeah, we got fixed.
I got you. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's weird.
The Not Move podcast is fueled by W Energy. Smooth, jitter-free focus, and flavors that slap. Mango, berry, watermelon. Whatever gets you locked in, they've got it. Hit up W.GG, use promo code NOTMOVED, and snag 10% off your order. Stay not moved, stay energized.
Known but Friday nights, 9 Eastern. It's the Dribble NBA edition on the Not Move podcast. We break down the week, the trades, the highlights, everything around the league. Tap in, chop it up with us, and get the takes that move the game forward. Stay not moved.
The Not Moved podcast drop is here. Snapbacks, hoodies, mugs, stickers, totes, everything you need to rep the convo everywhere you go. Limited run, unlimited style. Tap the link, fill the cart, and
tap into the Not Moved podcast every Friday night at 8 Eastern.
We're bringing the scrap sheet, UFC edition.
Every jab, every takedown, every headline.
All the fights, all the drama, all the picks, right here.
Watch live on YouTube or listen anywhere you get your podcast. Hit follow, hit subscribe.
And stay not moved.
Need some new Not Move drip? The In the Wickets hoodie just dropped. Super soft fleece, heavyweight feel, and the official NMP patch on the sleeve. Tap add to cart, check out, and let us handle the rest. In a couple days, it shows up at your door, ready to rock. Rep the podcast from the couch to the tip.
Every Thursday night, the Not Move podcast drops a new episode of
In the Wickets,
our deep dive on everything around the NHL.
We break down the plays, the trades, the stats, and the stories that matter.
Plus a few hot takes along the way.
Join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern, or catch it on your favorite podcast app right after.
Same energy, same on.
Tuesday nights just got louder. Ringside Rewind is live every week, 9 Eastern.
We're breaking down Raw, SmackDown, and everything leading into the weekend. If it happens between the ropes, we're talking about it.
Deep dives, hot takes, and a few surprise
and
replays.
a whole lot of arguing.
Yeah, but the good kind.
Ringside
the Orphan Elimination Chamber tee just dropped. Fresh out the box. Look at this.
That print is nasty. Chain link O, silver hit. It's tough.
It's soft too, y'all. Fits right. Little drip for the Elimination Chamber weekend.
We rocking these all season.
If you're part of the Not Move fam, you already know.
Jump on it before it's
Grab
gone.
yours now at Not Move Shop.
Episode of the Not Move podcast is brought to you by the MLB Shop. They have every team's gear, from classic caps to World Baseball Classic hoodies, all official and all ready for game day. Tap the link in our bio to head straight to the shop and snag your favorite merch.
The drop is here. NMP gear built for every day and game day. Hoodies, mugs, and the Coach Common jersey in bold gold. Rep the movement. Feel the energy. Shop new arrivals.
If you're craving baseball talk that doesn't flinch, tap in with us Monday nights at 8 Eastern.
It's the Rusty Mitt MLB edition of the Not Move podcast. Breakdowns, debates, all the swings and misses without the fake fluff.
Join us live or catch the replay wherever you get your pods. Rusty Mitt, not moved. Stay not moved.
Attention Not Move Nation. Our first ever jersey has landed. The NMP by JB Sport Talk collab brings premium mesh, bold gold accents, and that undeniable game day energy. Plus, hoodie drop.
Today's episode of Not Moved is brought to you by Open Goal, the world's #1 backyard goal. If you love soccer but hate chasing balls into the neighbor's yard, this thing is a game changer. Its rebound net sends missed shots right back to you, and the side nets keep your landscaping and your windows safe. It's perfect for kids, for training, or just having fun.
Today's episode of the Not Moved podcast is brought to you by Walmart.com. With our storefront in the Walmart app, you can get everything you need. Pick up or have it delivered.
We ordered dinner while recording and it showed up before we wrapped.
Better Good sweet corn and burrata ravioli.
Nuri protein drinks, even St. Patrick's Day treats.
Walmart.com.
Not Move, fam. Southgate edition just landed and it's fire. Check the tee. Watch out for the skis and the wickets. Hockey stick, cricket wickets, all vibes. We got hoodies, mugs, caps, beanies, whatever you need. Cop yours before they...
At the Not Move podcast, just drop the gear.
Heavyweight hoodies, premium cotton, street ready.
Caps, mugs, and more. Every detail on point.
Whether you're hooping, tailgating, or just repping the pod, NMP fits the culture.
Limited drops. When they're gone, they're gone.
Cop yours today at notmoveshop.fourthwall.com.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yo, welcome back, y'all. We're having technical difficulties, Just 1 second.
All right, Robert, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Yeah, that was weird. Little technical difficulty, but we're gonna get back to this. How we had asked. What's your thoughts on each of these promotions doing what they're doing to Mustafa Ali?
Oh, man. Honestly, I don't really know, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't keep up with it.
Okay. To the main event of that night, and arguably the most fumbled talent that we have seen across a lot of promotions. In my opinion, is arguably in all of professional wrestling could come down as a match of the year. It is none other than the charismatic enigma, i.e. Willow, i.e. the broken one. Whatever gimmick they have, they put on a show. And the likes of the Hardy Boys versus none other than they think they're hot and can't be touched, the Nimitz. For the World Tag Team titles in TNA. What's your thoughts on it, Robert?
I think the Nimitz are gonna win, man. I think the Nimitz are gonna get the win. I don't know, bro. I just got that feeling.
Where do you think this? Where do you think this would have been a better marketing value, right? For the likes of what they're doing with the Nimitz and the Hardys. Do you think that it would have been a better marketing area to, let it play out in the WWE, or would it have been perfectly fine where it's at now?
Honestly, I think it's perfectly fine where it's at, but would it have been better in WWE? Probably yes, because, I mean, if we're being honest, that's where most of the odds come off of, WWE or AEW.
Okay. Don't shit on me. Now, with that being said, I'm going to ask a question that those that go back and watch this, you can answer, and y'all can find me anywhere y'all want to find me. It's a legitimate question I've wanted to ask for a while now, guys. Could we potentially see? I know there's discrepancies between both promotions. Could we potentially see, as we segue into AEW open the door for the likes of TNA to invade?
Possibly, but I think WWE's already done that. So, I mean, as long as WWE's in there, I would say no. But they could. They could, for sure. Are you talking, Yukon?
I said, all right. I don't know why it was muted. It's been a little funky today. With that, the last question I have for you, when it comes to these other promotions and what we've seen across the board, because I know New Japan was good for it. MLW has been good for it. ROH, Reality Wrestling, even Memphis Wrestling. Shout out Memphis Wrestling and Kay Toomer and him actually starting to get pushes to, these other indie promotions. This is a thing I've wanted to ask when we started this, and shout out to Zip. I know he's not here tonight. We'll get his thoughts on it the next time he's here. What's your thoughts on TNA pushing these YouTubers? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's these guys on YouTube called the Vibe Guys. Something me and my kids love watching. They're comical. There's a guy by Brandon that was a part of them.
Is it what I would say, bro, to this? Is it anything new, right? I mean, like you said, wash, rinse, repeat, right? Let's look at it, right? AEW did it with Big Justice and the Big Boom crew. He did it with, and then WWE did it with Logan Paul. I Show Speed. Casanet's been on there. I mean, it's nothing new. It's a way to get other eyes onto the show, and they're honestly not that bad at wrestling.
Exactly.
Logan Paul, he wasn't bad at wrestling. As much as people want to hate on him, he's not bad at wrestling. The only one that I would disagree with is the Big Justice one. That's the only one.
Yeah, that one's a little confusing to me on how they're handling that. But speaking of Big Justice, we're gonna go into our next and final segment of the evening. But before we do, y'all, again, shout out to all those in the NMP, to the main man JB, Southgate, A-Train, Gremlin. You have Josh, we have Robert, we have Zip, we have main man Coach, New England, Tinez over there with the dribble. Even some new faces you're going to end up seeing. Again, y'all, much love and respect to everybody in NMP with the open arms. We are up to new and better things. And again, yeah, go check out Fantasy Dailies, where it'll get you hooked. It'll bring you in, y'all. So, on to AEW. I know you don't watch much of it. Probably do a lot of the talking for this one, but I'm most definitely going to want your insight. I'm going to start off with the likes of this past week, and the likes of the Don Callis family attacking Will Ospreay to open up the show, and Kenny Omega making the save. So my question to you, Robert, is we talked briefly about it on Monday, and this is another one of those aspects of the rinse, wash, repeat cycle. It's like washing your hair 5,000 times, and it's still not doing nothing, even if you ain't got a hairline and it disappeared. The best friends storyline. Do you think the best friends storylines are getting kind of old across all these professional wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to. I mean, I think it's been old, but like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, right? The way I look at it is they're gonna do whatever they want to do. They're not gonna change it up, whether we like it or not, right?
Right.
But either way, we can both agree that it's like you were saying, the wash, rinse, repeat cycle. That's all it is. They're just going to keep doing it. It's any promotion. If they think it works, that's what they're going to run with.
And see, my thing that sets the WWE apart from it is the WWE actually lets different people write it, and they actually come out more thrilled and more entertained at each time that's done. My thing with TNA and AEW, it's the same old cycle that it's really to the point of, why are we doing this anymore when you have other other feuds you can address, rather than setting somebody on the sidelines or whatnot. It needs fixed, right? And that's what AEW needs to do. Shout out to Tony Khan and bringing in a better creative writing team this year. I'm liking where it's going. Next thing that I want to talk about from that show, in my opinion, shows true, definitive expectations of certain superstars, and shows when some do things that we know are not allowed, i.e. CM Punk. Swerve Strickland making his appearance, his return, and calling out and going after, again, friend feud, Hangman Adam Page and Brodito, the trios champion. And during that segment, they had their spute, they had their spat. But the highlight of it that I want to bring out to you is, why is AEW so adamant about pushing Ricochet, i.e. Prince Puma, shout out to the Lucha Underground, as a heel, when we all know that doesn't work for him and the Gorillas of Destiny? What are your thoughts of the misuse that we see in AEW?
I mean, with the misuse with Ricochet, I mean, we've seen it. I've seen it multiple times. Not like, is it their fault that Ricochet can't be a heel, or is it his fault? Because I mean, as a AEW or a WWE superstar, you should be able to play both roles.
He just smiles too much when he plays a heel. Just smiles too and laughs about it too much. It's like, to me, they're over exaggerating the Ricochet, and need to go back and just let Ricochet go on, leave AEW, go over to Lucha Underground and put a mask back on. That's my opinion when it comes to Ricochet. That segment ended with Swerve taking his shots at everybody. But in the end, we all know what AEW has become and what AEW needs to continue to do. And that's be whose house? Swerve's.
Yes, sir.
All right. On to the next thing that I am a very, very, very upfront and adamant about. I am glad the way AEW is using Jon Moxley. I am glad the way AEW is using the Dogs, the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White, the Ass Boys. I am enjoying what they're doing with these guys. But Jungle Jack Perry, you are biting off more than you can chew. I understand. You have most wins in AEW history. You have the longest winning streak in AEW history. But you're going up against somebody who is arguably the most vicious, most sadistic, most unpredictable wrestler across all professional sports. And calling out Jon Moxley?
Yes, sir. That's what you got to do, bro. You got to call him out. Hey, bro. Listen, bro. You the little dog on campus, you got to go after the big dog on campus, bro. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always gonna be. Even if you get your ass pulled, man.
Now, can we really say that Jungle Jack Perry is the little dog on campus? Yeah, I get. Jon Moxley has won, several championships across, multiple promotions. But can we really say he's the small dog on campus when day in, day out, he is the AEW's equivalent to Miz and WWE? His consistency is there. His his drive, his passion, and his love for that company is there. So is he really the small dog?
I mean, he's not the small dog, but when it comes to John Moxley, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew where I was going with that one. All right, shout out Darby Allin. Now to the next match of the night. This one is a huge one for me, and I know Robert knows a lot about this as well because we've done a lot of talking about this, and the research is just there. The Bang Bang Gang, Jay White, and crap, what was old dude's name? Juice Robinson against the Dogs, David Finlay and company. Yeah, it was a one-on-one match for the Continental Challenge Cup tournament to go after the Continental title in AEW. But they are really, really adamant about pushing the Dogs and the Bang Bang Gang. And do you, in opinion, right, is a catalyst of people that have done stuff in New Japan, and the fact that we see WWE slowly fumbling the bag on a certain superstar that is real close with Finlay. Could we potentially see a reunification of Finlay and somebody's contract who's coming up in the near future, and Finn Balor to take on Jay White and Juice Robinson in old school New Japan rivalries?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. I mean, it's a match I would want to see.
Now with that, right? And we all know it's a match that we would want to see, right? And would that be a Forbidden Door style of moment where Finn Balor would make an appearance?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't think Finn Balor's leaving the WWE. That's the only problem there. I think he stays.
I think he does too, but I mean, the options are there. AEW, WWE. But being so greedy, give them that option. Open up the door for AEW, guys. And let's see how it shakes out. Be one big happy family. Now, next match of the night, I think is the most overhyped wrestler in all of professional wrestling. If our main man Zip was here, I know he would say, this man puts on a show, on a clinic every time he does. Cool, he does. I give him that. But it's annoying. It's monotonous. You had Mike Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey, Nick Wayne, and none other than Matthew Chica Friedman, MJF, now known as the Hebrew, the Big Hebrew.
Yes, sir. MJF is a dog.
In a triple threat match for the number 2 spot in the All-In Casino Gauntlet. MJF is going back for that diamond ring.
And he will get it. And he will get it. There ain't no question about it. No question about it.
Now, do you think it's time that I get it? No question about it. He's gonna get it. But do you think it's time to push somebody else already for that diamond?
Nope. Not until they're better than MJF, and that's gonna be pretty damn hard, bro. Because he throws better promos than guys like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. He's thrown some fire promos when him and Zilla went back and forth. The promos were wicked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can get behind that. Which speaking of which, shout out to MJF, shout out to Karrion Kross and the respect that they have for Zilla Fatu and what Zilla Fatu is doing and what Zilla Fatu can become. That right there is what you see as true sportsmanship in the business, and people actually they care for each other and want to push and see them thrive. Right. The next match of the night, right, is probably my match. I would say, who cares that we talk about it? But it's got arguably, in my opinion, the best wrestler, arguably in all promotions, right? In all promotions, somebody that is a solidified top 10, could be a solidified top 5. I mean, yeah, I get people don't want to put him over John Cena. People don't want to put him over Randy Orton. People don't want to put him over the likes of Fujima and all that. But I'm getting to there, Robert. I'm getting there. Is this man needs to be on the list, guys. He needs to be there. Chris Jericho versus Kenny the Jet. At that age, man, still putting on a clinic in the ring.
He's definitely top 10. He's 7. I'll put him at 7. 7 or 6.
Now with the him still putting on the clinic that he can put on, when do you think it's time for him to as we've seen this past week and we've talked about, when and who do you think he go ahead and passes the torch to?
Probably Ricochet. I ain't gonna lie, I think it's gonna be Ricochet. I think their feud will start back up, and I think it's gonna be Ricochet that it passes the torch to.
Okay. Before we get into our last thing, we got one more thing to talk about before we go to the big news of the night. Getting y'all a recap. We started off with Zilla Fatu. We touched on MLW. We touched on TNA and AEW and the fam over here at Not Moved and Fantasy Sports Dailies. Y'all, bigger, better things. Everything's going our way. You know, just come and join the train. You're going to enjoy it. Just come along for the ride, y'all.
Yeah, that was funny, dog.
I know. I pulled that out of my hat, right? You know, get it?
He's joining the train, A-Chain.
Yeah. So, somebody who me and Robert have agreed on that is arguably in this day and age, this generation's top women wrestler. Back to her heel status. None other than Mercedes Moné attacking Willow Nightingale. Where do you think they take this feud, in your opinion? Do you think this feud could be the hype of the 4 Horsewomen, or do you think this feud's gonna peak at a Hugger Bailey and Becky Lynch before she was the man? Where do you think this peaks at?
I think for sure with Bailey's contract being up and she didn't sign with WWE, she hasn't re-signed yet. I'm thinking for sure Bailey can come there, but I'm not thinking Becky will come back, if that's what you was getting at with Becky. But I think we possibly will get to see a rematch between Bailey and Mercedes, which I'm all down for. I'm definitely down for that any day of the week.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting to see how this plays out, how this shakes out. Do we bring back the Bailey persona and potentially see a Bailey and Tony Storm connection?
See, that's a good question. I think so. If Bailey
All right.
goes, there's a lot you could do.
Yeah, I agree most definitely. There's a lot you can do with that. Ja, so the last topic of the evening, you guys, like we have been mentioning throughout the show, talent going to, oh, we got a thunderstorm, yo. Talent going to multiple promotions. Not necessarily WWE fumbling the bag, but them going off to pursue and get better, pursue bigger and better things. And with Jay Lethal in AEW, and the rumors have it, Robert, and I want to know your opinion and where you stand on this. Rumors have it, contracts coming up. They don't want to resign. Austin Creed coming back, and Kofi Kingston potentially making a debut in AEW with a manager of Jay Lethal.
Well, that's the only thing they can do is go to AEW. That's the best thing for them because they left WWE and for good reasons. They were trying to cut their contract in half and everything. So they left and looked for new scenery and everything. And that would be the perfect scenery for the New Day. Austin Creed, and Kofi Kingston.
Now, where do we see, like, where do your thoughts on, like, I know personally, I want to see them and come take that tag team division by storm. But if they're being managed by Jay Lethal, why not bring back Lethal Consequence and go for them trio titles, right? Or do we see them coming over and Kofi eventually turning his back and Kofi aligning himself with Swerve?
I mean, that could happen, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think what you said that could happen. I think what you said first would happen before Kofi turns on Austin Creed. I think they're in it together. But I've seen stranger things happen. So that could happen as well, but I just don't think so.
Yeah, I'm liking the shift in the sceneries. I'm not against it. I'm really intrigued on how they're going to make their debut because I will say this, y'all, as we get ready to call it a night. AEW is probably the most interesting promotion out there right now, guys, that does not give a full breakdown, does not give you hints that are telltale signs of how they're going to make their debut. So, Robert, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you. Let everybody know what you're about as we get ready to call it a night.
Y'all go follow me on Roberto Martinez, or you can follow me on NMP RK, either one on TikTok. Also, I'm on Instagram at Robert. Nolan Robert 08. Although I was born 05, doesn't make sense, though, right? Anyway, also on top of that, you want to do wrestler? You want to do the wrestler of the week?
I sat there and seen it go across the bottom of myself, and yeah, you know what? We're gonna take from what we do Tuesday, and this is across all promotions. We're not we're not justifying anything and sticking to strictly one. Robert, who is your top female wrestler and top male wrestler? And you know what? We're going to throw a twist in this. Who is your top tag team of the week?
My top tag team of the week is the New Day, because I feel like with all this going on, and they're not even in the ring yet, and everything's already shaking up with them, right? Everybody's all happy for them. Me too, which it's great, and I'm excited to see them in AEW. So my tag team's New Day. My male wrestler is going to no other than Zilla Fatu. Zilla, I've been waiting for you, dog, and now you're here. I can't wait to see what you bring to the table, man. I already know what you're bringing. I already know it's nothing but greatness. I can't wait to see, bro. I just can't wait to watch you, dog. Can't wait to see you get that NXT title. Your debut was amazing. And my female wrestler of the week is going to Mercedes. Damn, I just said her last name wrong.
Monet.
Yeah, Monet.
The boss.
Actually, ain't she the CEO now?
The CEO, the boss, the whatever you want to call it, the 12 belts, the 13 belts, the held a belt in every promotion. That, like, you know, I can't disagree with that. You know, that was going to be my top female. And, of course, Zilla Fatu making his debut being my top male. You know, it's nothing but up from here. And I'm going to get to that. But shout out to Zilla and Jacob Fatu about to do what their fathers couldn't do and win a world championship. But with my tag team, right, and I want to end it off with a bang and let y'all know I left this out earlier tonight for a reason. My tag team of the night is none other than Tavion Heights and Mason Bourne, capturing the NXT tag team titles. The way they put on a show and put on a clinic inside the ring and out, that right there is true friendship that I hope WWE does not fumble the bag and make them do a friendship feud. Keep them together. If not, send them their separate ways on different shows. But with that being said, y'all, I'm your man, Yukon. You know, y'all can find me on TikTok. Y'all can find me on TikTok. You know, find me on. No, I ain't got my Instagram up yet. Again, go to Fantasy Dailies. You know, y'all find me where sports are talked about. And guess what? I'm the jokester of all jokesters and the realest of all reals, y'all. Again, this is AEW recap. This is all indie promotion recap. And again, y'all, we will be here every Thursday after the Wickets. And y'all come in, tune in. If y'all want to learn more, come by, follow, find all Not Move people on TikTok and on Instagram and on X. And again, guys, we got bigger, better things coming up with football here. Y'all have a good night.
Stay Not Move.
Not Move Podcast presents Ringside Rewind every Tuesday.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.